Hello.
No, ma'am. Good evening.
Good evening. How are you, Sanjay?
I can't really complain. I'm Helen Harty. How about you, ma'am? How the day has been so far?
The day has been quite productive. Did a lot of work today, so yeah.
Great. Good to hear.
Cool. How's, by the way, belated happy Holi?
Oh, same to you. Thank you.
Cool. So we have a quite an interesting topic for today, and that is about priority list. For everybody, priority is different. For people, the priority is money, and there's respect, freedom, family, partners. So, what do you understand by priorities, and what's that concept that goes in your head when you listen to the word priority?
First and foremost, priority. I think if you are in your daily routine, in your daily throughout the day, which kinds of stuffs you are doing, and which kinds of deeds you are performing, and what you have decided for the throughout the day actually. So I think these are the priorities, and actually, in which area you are interested in first. What is your first and foremost priority for the day? Like if you are heading to a company, that would be your first priority because you are bound to join your duty. You are bound to do your duty. So that is your first priority. And on top of that, after finishing your duty, which kinds of things you are doing? Like, are you spending some leisure time with your family? And are you studying something? And are you goofing around? It is your priority. So these are the priority stands for uh, if you have uh, prioritize something in your life that this time I will do this thing and this much time I will do that thing. So priority it is kind of things which we decide in our daily routine.
Definitely. So these are the things which we decide. For a lot of people, they give a lot of priority to money and a lot of priority to work. And rest of the things which comes after the health and all, they don't give priority to that. But according to me, I feel like if you're giving priority to money, you should also give priority to health, whether it is mental or whether it is physical.
Right, makes sense. Indeed.
So what do you think, that are we all going forward to just earn money and neglecting our physical and mental health, or we are making a balance?
Certainly, we have to make balance because health is wealth, and without having health, how can you survive? And so we have to be more conscious towards health and mind over, and on top of that, mind over matter. And we have to take care of our mind as well. If you really want to change your reality, you have to change your mentality. So this is the utmost priority, and we cannot neglect health because
Hmm.
if our body, if we are under the weather, how will we perform? We
Hmm.
won't be able to do any task. So it is not a priority. I think this is the first and foremost part and parcel, first and foremost priority in our life that in spite of being busy and in spite of having uh, uh, in spite of occupied with a lot of work and I have to give priority to our health. And for the sake of our health, we have to take out like 30 minutes and 1 hour on daily basis.
Yes, so that's the priority. And how do you manage priorities in your day? How do you manage such things?
My priority, actually, I practice meditation on daily basis. This is my priority. And I listen to spiritual discourses. I listen to spiritual gurus and like BK Sivani. I'm associated with Brahma Kumaris, so I believe that if my mind is healthy, so my work would be productive and I would be able to do anything. So these are the priority. Like I practice meditation, I watch, listen to spiritual discourses for 30 minutes, 15 minutes. And for my fitness, I do morning walk I left going gym nowadays. Now I'm doing morning walk for the sake of my fitness and priority. And I try to learn something new on daily basis. Like actually, I'm intrigued. What should I learn actually so that I can uplift myself and I can feed good insight into my mind every time. So these are the priority.
Hmm.
And priority, I don't want to beat around the bush. I don't want to goof around. And the time is my utmost priority. I don't want to waste my time at all. So these are the priority.
Definitely, for a lot of people, nowadays, the time has become a resource. They feel like it is priority is convenience nowadays. Like we have a lot of apps, Zomato, Swiggy, Instamart, Blinkit. So there they just prioritize convenience and prioritize saving time rather than going out and buy. There we face a lot of hazards because we can't see anything from our eyes, whether it is in the good condition or not, whether they are sending us something that has been rotten, or they just fix it up from the outside and send it. So how are these things where we are choosing convenience over actually our health and over actually our spending our time, how is that affecting us?
We cannot rely on such types of platform every time. We have to step out. If we will not do physical activities, so we are we are like moving towards being lethargic, being
Hmm.
sluggish, and we can use such types of platform to save the time. And uh, however, we have to be more conscious that we have to step out and we have to do physical activity. And so for some time we can use, and but every time we cannot rely on such
Hmm.
types of platform, and we are keep on doing order, and we are getting the things because spending more time on screen, it is not up to the mark, and eventually we will get some disease, and there will be some kind of issues in our eyes. So we have to I think we should get rid of all these habits.
Hmm. Definitely, we should get rid of all these habits. So,
Mhm.
how have you prioritized your mental? Like you said that you prioritize a lot of mental health, and that is how you align with listening to spiritual things and all.
Your video is stuck, ma'am.
Okay, probably there's an internet issue, I guess. Yeah. So,
Hmm.
yeah, where was I? I lost the train of
Still,
my
it,
thought.
still your video is
Hey,
stuck.
okay. Let me just try to rejoin or try to fix my internet.
For sure.
Hello.
Yes, you are audible. but you are not visible.
I don't know what's the issue with this. Yeah. So I was just saying, yes, prioritizing a lot of prioritizing your mental health has become a habit of yours, where you said that you're spiritually connected, you're spiritually into a lot of things. So if somebody wants to get an advice how to prioritize their mental health, what what advices would you give, and moreover, why is it important to focus on your mental health?
It is as simple as that. Actually, we have to be more conscious throughout the day what kinds of things like we are watching, listening, and where we are indulged. Actually, we become what we read, watch, and listen throughout the day. Right.
Hmm.
Information, thought, action, and destiny. This is the series actually. According to your information, definitely you will think like that. Your thought would be, and according to your thought, you will perform. According to your thought, your action will take place, and according to action, the destiny will be decided. So,
Hmm.
what is the source? What is the root cause of your deeds and being productive? Information. So these are the things I would love to suggest everybody that they should be more conscious. Which kinds of things they are feeding into their mind, whether it is futile or whether it is productive. So
Hmm.
information is the utmost thing and crucial thing. And on top of that, they have to be, if they really want to be free from stress, from anxiety, and if they want to do productive work, so they have to like he everybody have to take care of their mind, mental, and because mind over the matter. And so for that, they have to listen to spiritual discourses, and they can do all these things, spiritual discourses. So every time they have to feed productive thing, fruitful thing.
Hmm.
So and for the sake of increasing willpower and to get rid of bad habit, so they have to do meditation for that.
Hmm.
And in our scriptures, it is saying goes that there's an anvaisaman. So we have to get
Hmm.
rid of having mm, junk food.
Hmm.
So we have to be more conscious while having food. Uh, we should get rid of having meals which is unhealthy.
Hmm.
So these are the things which we should do on daily basis. We have to be take care of. We have to take care of what we are consuming and what we are having in terms of food
Hmm.
and which kinds of companion we have. Like, are we surrounded by negative people or are we surrounded by positive people? And because we have to be more conscious that you have to be surrounded by positive people. Otherwise, if you are surrounded by negative people, they will work like as an energy vampire and they will suck you, definitely. And you will be drained and you will run empty. And these are I think, first and foremost, we should remember that if health is if wealth is gone, nothing is gone. And if
Hmm.
health is gone, something is gone. But if your time is gone, so I think everything is gone. So we have to be more conscious about time, and I think we should utilize our time in fruitful way. These are the things.
Great. Yes, we should use our time in a very fruitful way so that people could
Hmm.
understand and people could actually get a hang of it, that okay, these are the things, and yeah. So
I am unable
as
to
I,
see you.
um, I don't know what is wrong. Let me just
You
try.
can rejoin. Have you
I did.
rejoined?
I did try. I just switched off my internet. And
Try once again.
hello. 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 Hello.
Mhm.
Is it fine?
Now you're visual. And now it is fine. Now you're visual and audible.
Yeah, I was speaking. I don't know. I was not even audible last time.
Hmm.
Yeah. So
Okay.
you talked
So
about
is it
time.
happening? Is it happening with me or were you facing earlier as well?
No, I do face this thing earlier as well, whenever the internet connection is not that strong.
Yeah. Where are you living, residing right now? Is there any issue in terms of
No,
place?
no, not that much.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. So you said that if time is lost, then everything is lost. And that brings us like we should always prioritize time management, or we should always prioritize time instead of wasting it. But not everyone realizes it. They don't have the habit of punctuality. They do not practice time management or the value of time. So what happens if a person doesn't value time?
The time will not value the person after some time.
Hmm.
If you will not give importance to time, so time will not give you importance after some, and you will have regret after some time.
Yes, because I feel like time is the biggest resource that one could ever have.
Right. Hmm.
Apart from once the time is gone, it won't come
Hmm.
back wherever you're spent. Okay.
Then you will say that I should have done this. I should have completed this in time, and definitely you will be in Salem. You will definitely there will be some regret, and
Mm.
you won't have anything in your hand on your hand.
Yeah. So what do you think? Like juggling with multiple priorities at the same time is better, or focusing on fulfilling one priority at a time is better?
It's subjective. If you can work, if you can perform tasks, two or three tasks together, and if you are if you are capable enough to do the start, but you should know what is your capacity. So we can do at least two or three tasks together, and uh, however, and we I think if we will indulge in very much task, and we are uh, taking too much tasks together, so I think eventually we will not get anything, and we won't be able to finish a single task. So it is good that if we are taking single task and we are completing the same.
Yes. So okay, we are taking the simple as great. You talked really nicely. One more thing is that everybody says, or it is said that priorities are subjective. It depends on what people think as a priority. But what are those things which should be a non-negotiable priority in people's life apart from their health and apart from their time?
Apart from their health and apart from their time,
Time. What else should be their priority?
time and health, these are the first and foremost priority. And apart from that, on top of that, I think we should do some philanthropic work.
Okay.
Uh, and these are the priority and time and health. So I think meditation and all these things will come in health.
Hmm.
And so many things like we have to spend leisure time with our family, and we have to take care of our parent, and
Hmm.
and on top of that, Priority, like, what should I say? Next, we have covered health, time, and humanity. And I'm not getting apart from these.
Yeah, so these are some questions which happened. Cool.
Yeah.
Uh,
Mhm.
as it is said that with time the priorities change,
Mhm.
and that has to be change is the rule of life. So you said philanthropy about that. So how can one actually, not everybody is a philanthropist, not everybody can do acts of service, but how can one change, or how can one start with a smaller step at a time?
Smallest step at time, if you are heading somewhere and if you are seeing that the person is unable to cross the road, so you can just stop your car and you can help that guy, and you can help that so that he can cross the road. That is also a very simple task. If you are smiling throughout the day, it is also a kind of you are spreading the good vibe. And if you are keeping yourself poised every time, so you are spreading the peace throughout the
Mm,
day. And if you are not using abusive word throughout the day, and if you are helping someone
mm.
uh, selflessly, so that is also a very tiny thing. And your word can make somebody, and your work can break somebody. So, so in such a way, these are the tiny thing, and we can do throughout the day. This is not a tiny thing. I think these are the major
Mm.
thing. Why we should think about the major thing? I think we should start from tiny thing. Like these are the things we can do, and we can cooperate to our spouses. We can cooperate to our husband, and these are the things we can do.
Yes, we can, even being nice to someone is an act of service, I feel.
Right, right.
Yeah, great. So, went really nicely, didn't have any issues, but still, I just want, according to me, we can go ahead with adding a bit of more personal experiences. Like for this, you can say that whenever I go out, I try to, if somebody is there, if somebody is needy for food or something, I try to just help them out. Look, this is just I'm giving an example. I try to just help them out with whatever they are capable of. So
Right,
these are the
right,
small
right.
thing. These are the small things that we can do, or these are the small things that I can do, and it not only makes the other person feel better, it makes me feel good as well.
Right, right, right. Yes, yes.
Yeah. So what's that? Do you remember any, or do you get to any example like this, which would be as a, be as a guiding for the other person to go for the act of service?
Example. So I do all these things whenever I get time, and whenever I see the person is longing for food,
Hmm.
so I provide food. And but I'm very more conscious about money. I do not give money because your money can be wasted. Because
Hmm.
if you are providing money to anybody, and if the person is not using money on productive way, and he is smoking after using your money, and so that you would be the part of that sin. I always like help with clothes, and I do like I provide food, and whatever example I have given, uh, actually I did all that. I help someone to cross the road, and these are the things I have done, and so these are the example that we can portray ourselves in such manner so that everybody can get knowledge,
Get inspired from them.
get inspired. Yeah.
Great. So that's great, Sanjay. I totally loved how you spoke and the well you were doing it. But definitely, whenever we are starting with it, Let's just start with a general idea. Let's just start with a line which is more general in nature, rather than just saying, "Oh yes, this could be done." "Oh no, that could not be done." This is what we need to go. What I believe that when we go on with a general idea, we just tend to give the other person a warm up of what is coming after that. Right? So always try to have a bit of general idea whenever you are starting. Other than that, you speak really nicely.
Thank you. Thank you. What is the area where I can improve? Sometimes I
Yeah,
fumble. I run out of word. I run out of thought. So why it is happening? And you are the trainer. You are training to a broad person. You told me that. So
I
apart from this,
I tell
like,
you what happens.
Mhm.
Because we are not always thinking in English. We are always thinking in our mother tongue. Once you start thinking in English, once you just start talking to yourself in English, things will get better. And they do.
yeah, I do. I do actually. I always try to think in English, whatever I do throughout the day. Having said that, I'm struggling. And I have been practicing last 1 year and 5 months.
Hmm.
So how much time I
And
will
just,
take?
oh, there is no definite time. I fumble at times.
Uh,
And trust me, I have been into the environment where I listen, speak, read, write, and train English for last 3 years consecutively, 3.5 years. And before that, if I conclude it, it has been